lovers and femmes, it's me, Ramada the Femme, and welcome to my channel. First off, I just want to say that I hope you're all having a great holiday season so far. Christmas is just around the corner. I've done my Christmas shopping already, trying to do it before the rush of the holidays. And so far so good on my end. And with Christmas and the holidays comes the end of the year. And I know like people don't really think that until like Christmas is over, but let's be real, it's December and we're about to start 2023. So I wanted to do a year in review video of all of my favorite things and favorite moments of this past year. So let's get started. Favorite outfit of the year. Woo! This one is tough, you guys, because if you've been watching my channel, if you've been following me, you know that this year I really stepped up my puss. I've stepped up my outfit game. I stepped up everything. I really just feel like I leveled up in terms of my aesthetic. I also tried a bunch of different looks too. But I have to say one of my favorites was earlier on this year. I did a lot of lingerie outfit videos. And I think my favorite one of the lingerie series was my black tuxedo look with the black fishnets. And I just thought it looked so good, so chic and sexy and dangerous. And I've never really done a look like that before. So it was my first time really being that kind of sexy on video. Also, one just most recently was for my birthday, my houndstooth two-piece outfit with the white thigh-high socks. Oh, that's definitely one of my favorites as well. Favorite TV show, hands down, House of the Dragon. Oh, I was a big Game of Thrones fan, so I was very excited for this spin-off, and this spin-off did not disappoint me whatsoever. The acting, the casting, the special effects, everything was just up to par. And the storyline, the way they paced the storyline, they did it impeccably. I cannot wait for season 2, because if it's anything like season 1, I'm not giving any spoilers, but it was just so unpredictable. And I love shows and movies that are very unpredictable. You don't like all the twists and turns. You don't know where it's gonna end up, but you just root for certain characters and you just follow their journeys. And it's just, oh, that show, I cannot speak enough greatness about it. So check it out if you haven't. My favorite trip. My favorite trip this year, I didn't really do a proper vacation because, I mean, let's be real, like the pandemic just kind of finished. I'd still say that we're still in the pandemic, but you know what I mean? Like when things opened up, it wasn't until like summer. So it's like half the year we were still very much like in the pandemic. And that's when I just started working full time again. So I didn't really get a chance to go on a proper vacation this year. But of course, being a flight attendant, I was able to, you know, do a lot of really cool layovers. So I would have to say my layover in Brighton, in London, in Porto, Portugal, Amsterdam, and Athens, Greece was a big one for me because it was my first time seeing Acropolis. And it was just, you know when you read things when you're in like grade 6, grade 7, like those history books come to life? Like seeing the theaters, the old stadiums, just all of it was just like, wow, I can't believe these things exist, because it's just kind of like a figment of your imagination. And like when you read them in history books, it's not the same as seeing things in person. And it was very much like, whoo, everything came to life. My favorite fashion trend of this year, I would have to say, was the 90s, early 2000s, all those styles like, hello, the butterfly hair clips, butterfly ring. You know that I am the butterfly queen. That's how this has been my aesthetic for a while now. And I don't really want it to go away. I feel like it's slowly making its exit, but obviously the butterflies, this was my aesthetic this year, and I kind of feel like next year I'm gonna have to switch it up. I may have to find something new, something different, and stay tuned for that. Favorite album. There was a lot of good music this year. I was obsessed with the Harry Styles album, the Harry's House. Every song on that album, it's a no-skip album, so good. I also really love Lizzo's album Special. And then Beyonce's Renaissance album took a while for me to really appreciate because it sonically was so different. There were so many songs that just sounded like 3 songs combined into one. And so it was hard to appreciate it. But after like 5, 6, 7 listens, I'm obsessed with that album now. So definitely those 3. Oh, and also Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's Midnight's album that just came out like a month ago. I'm a big Swiftie and I'm not even ashamed of it. I don't care. It's a pretty well done album. I feel like half of the album I'm really, really obsessed with, and then the other half I'm like, oh, like they're decent, but like there's like 6 songs that I just really, really love. So, and I'm just constantly listening to them. Favorite makeup product. Ooh, another tough one, but I would have to say this year I got really into the lip plumpers. I know everyone's really big on lips these days, of course. I don't think that's gonna be a trend that goes out of style, big juicy lips, but the lip plumpers especially I feel like were really trendy this year just because it has this really cool kind of chemical effect on your lips that just makes it look more swollen and big. Of course, that doesn't even last long, but you definitely feel it tingling and like tickling your lips for a little bit. I'd say it just lasts a few minutes and then it's just gone. So, you know, right before I do a video or a photo shoot, I'll always put the lip plumpers and just makes me want to go, Favorite event? I'd have to say my mom's 70th surprise birthday party. That was an event. That was a memory for my family specifically, just because we had to plan everything. We had to invite a lot of, you know, old friends, old family members that we haven't seen in so long, get the venue, plan the food, the money, like all the costs, all the planning was so stressful, but I feel like it was so worth it in the end because it just is like such a great memory. And my mom was so surprised. Like she was overwhelmed for the first 10 minutes of like walking her in and everyone doing the big surprise. Like such a good moment. Favorite TikTok that I did this year, I would have to say it'd be my Beyonce, Break My Soul, Femboy. If you're into femboys, just cause like that, it's my biggest TikTok, so that's why. Favorite YouTube video that I did this year, there are so many. I feel like I really branched out and tried a little bit of, you know, put my hand in every basket this year just to see like what I'm into, what I feel like could continue, and not a lot really continued, honestly, but I really am into vlogging. I was also really into like the lingerie series. So any one of those lingerie videos, honestly, I feel like I want to continue more of the lingerie videos, but the thing is, YouTube demonetizes those videos because it's deemed too sexy or it's like too sexually explicit in nature. So that's why I stopped doing it. That's why you should follow me on my Instagram right here, because I still post all those like really like, you know, more sexy videos, more sexy pictures on there. Favorite moment? I don't know if I have one favorite moment. Like there's a lot of really great moments this year, but I would have to say the Lady Gaga concert was a big standout for me just because she's been my idol for forever. And you know, like it was in the summertime too, so that's when like, you know, everything just opened again and we were able to be social and see our friends and go out, go clubbing, go bar hopping. Like I just did so much this summer. So the summer alone was just a whole standout on its own, but definitely Lady Gaga. Also a big one for me was fostering 2 dogs this year. I became a dog mama, you know, for the majority of this year. I had one dog earlier in like the springtime and he got adopted within a month. My second dog, I had him for over 7 months. So the majority of this year, like I had dogs and currently dogless, really missing them, but I'm so happy that they found their forever homes. I definitely see dogs in my future. I also would have to say Pride was a big one this year just because it was the first time we got to celebrate it in about 2 or 3 years. So it was so nice to see the community come together, feeling like a part of the community again. That felt so nice. Anyways, guys, I think this wraps up my year in review of 2022. Oh my God. I'd say overall this year has been pretty good to me, and I just feel so lucky and grateful, you know, especially getting to fly again. That was a big one. And being able to travel and go out, like having like having the end of the pandemic, that's huge, you know? It just feels like things are finally getting back to normal. And I just hope that 2023, oh my God, I had to think. I was like, what's next? 2023, just bigger and better. You know, I always feel like life is about progress, happiness is progress, and as long as you're progressing, making new goals in life, and just chasing after them, you know, that's all that matters. I feel like that's the way to make yourself happy. I really just hope that next year is just better than the last, you know? Every year is different, but in some ways, you hope that it always gets better and better. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Help your girl out. Make sure you hit the like, comment, and subscribe button, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.